Oh yeah, what's going on, y'all? Coach PJ Sherdan.
Your boy Aaron Swenson here.
Flow Master. I am a fight camp trainer and a long-time martial arts.
I'm a fight camp coach and I'm also a professional fighter. And today I'm gonna watch the trailer from the upcoming Creed 3.
I'm gonna break it down, talk a little bit about it, and give you my take. Let's get into it.
I spent the last 7 years of my life living out my wildest dreams. Bianca, Rocky, my dad. This was built on their shoulders.
You don't remember me, huh?
Damien. How long were you locked up?
18 years, bro. I know I've been away a long time, but I kept myself in shape. I still got gas in the tank.
Come by the gym.
Jonathan Majors is pretty jacked. Just got out of prison, you can tell he's been pumping iron. Now, a common misconception is you see these jacked fighters, right, or jacked people, and you think that they're gonna hit strong.
So you're probably wondering, is that good for boxing?
Genuinely speaking, if you're a heavyweight, it's okay to be jacked a little bit heavier, but you're not gonna see a lot of like welterweights, lighter fighters being super swole because it kind of slows you down a little bit. Michael looks like he's about 195 pounds. I will say Evander Holyfield, who was a heavyweight champion of the world, was a freaking jacked. I mean, he was huge. And he also did have speed and snap, so that was kind of an exception. Also, Mike Tyson was a big dude. He was a jacked dude too. But then you'll get other guys like Muhammad Ali, who aren't super muscular, but they're long and they're lean and they're fluid.
Curious what happened with you two?
I didn't tell you. We was like brothers. I was the best though, but I never got a chance to prove that. That's cute. I know what you're doing, Donnie. You don't owe this dude nothing.
Okay, so Damien landed 3 big right hands in that shot, and they were legit. You can tell he's a real fighter. So basically, the other guy had his lead hand down too low, so he was getting hit with right hands. He slipped, right hand, hit him again. Okay, the other thing is the bell went off and he kept punching. That's definitely a no-go.
There are different coaches that will kind of enforce a dog-eat-dog mentality, where there are other coaches that are a little bit more inclined to allow fighters to ease their way into tougher sparring and fighting. As a coach that has been spending half of his life inside of boxing gyms, there needs to be a standard of coaching where a coach's job is to help the athlete.
In a boxing gym, you do have guys that are a-holes. They come in there and they come there to hurt you. So in a normal gym, that don't fly. But in a gym full of killers, boxing is not a play sport. You don't play boxing.
I grew up in Chicago, and if you go to a boxing gym in Chicago and you spar, you're gonna spar hard. That's the reality. It's like a fight, except for when you hurt someone, you stop. That's the only difference. If I owned a boxing gym and there was sparring like this going on in the ring, it really depends on who's sparring. So if you have 2 professional fighters that are training for a fight, then that's acceptable. But if you're just sparring just to get better at boxing and trying to learn the sport, you don't even need to be knocking each other out. There's a happy medium there.
Damien's fighting the world and he's trying to hurt people.
I vouch for you. You think you mad? Try spending half your life in a cell. Watching somebody else live your life. I'm coming for everything.
You threatening me?
Something is going on with you.
Damien was like family.
Now we past talking.
Then maybe you just have to fight him.
The thing that I don't understand is, how did this guy get out of jail and all of a sudden he's this excellent boxer? Like,
I don't know how normal it is for people to get out of prison and then, step into a pro fight like this, but a good example of that is Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins started boxing in prison in his 20s, came out, I believe he turned pro when he was like 28, you'll have to fact check me on that, but he became a world champion and fought all the way into his late 40s, so anything's possible. I do see in a few of these scenes where Michael B. Jordan is really exaggerating and telegraphing the punches. I notice that, It's part of the game when you're talking about making movies and doing film.
Normally in boxing, you don't drop your hands when you throw it. This hand stays up. But in movies, you have to give them something to aim for to hit. So that's it. That's just mainly like.
Did you hear me yet? What you gonna do? Threaten to take my breath?
I need you to let go of your fear. Let go of the guilt. Let go of whatever was and walk into what is.
I feel those chains are breaking, yeah. I fear God, I don't fear death. I see those stripes and take a step.
They didn't show a ton of boxing in the trailer. The few punches I did see that they're throwing from the hips, which you kind of have to do when you're doing stunts. Like, stunt work and actual fighting is very different because you have to exaggerate the movements. So it's kind of what I expected the punches to look like. It's kind of like in Rocky, right? They're throwing the punches, they're big exaggerated punches, and there's no defense ever. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting in this.
I was on a movie called You Got Served. And in the movie that you had to act, you had dancers who had to battle other dancers that can't even compete with them dancers, but they had to act to be like, I lost. But the problem was they didn't want to lose.
So maybe the boxing isn't perfectly technical or realistic. I do think the movie is gonna bring a lot of media and hype to the boxing industry, which is a great thing.
A lot of people are gonna see this. A lot of people that enjoy boxing, people that don't even know boxing. People are gonna see the movie just because they wanna see Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors without a shirt on. Let's keep it a buck. I'll tell you what, I am really excited to see this movie on opening day.
That was my take for the trailer on Creed 3. I'm super stoked for the movie. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.
Thank y'all guys for watching. One love.
Until the next time, Coach PJ signing off, y'all. Peace.